Mr. Math here. Thanks for watching my videos. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to click the bell icon to be notified of updates.
Hello viewers, welcome back to Let's Play Oblivion Remastered. We are in Anvil, doing stuff for the Fighters Guild. We'll see how much longer that lasts, because I have other plans. But, for now, we're at least going to do one more job. We helped the Dark Elf lady, Ayleid, I think that was her name, or was it Avina? Arvina Thelis. I kind of combined her first and last names there. We helped Arvina Thelis protect her pet rats from a bunch of mountain lions. Got a bit of coin for that. And now there's a shopkeeper who we've actually done some business with already.
Will never sell that death trap.
So long.
Goodbye. Hello.
The shopkeeper here on the dock has apparently been having some break-ins, and he wants that to be taken care of. So we need to go talk to him. Is he open? I don't remember what time of day it is. Okay, he should be open. I think the store's open at 8 a.m.
How do you do?
Pretty good. Getting a bit of decent fame and fortune here. Oops. Didn't want to open the console. Let's see, so there's the shop, but I think we have some time. Let's sort of scrounge around for stuff. Oh, another repair hammer. Foxhole. Sailor's Inn, I think. So apparently there's a duplication trick that you can use an empty container for. And I'm very tempted to test it out. You know, I don't want to completely upend the playthrough with it, but still, it's really tempting to, you know, just to try it once. I wonder where the warehouse is locked. You'd think it'd be kind of important. Oh well. Anyway, Lels here is having trouble with break-ins and has gone to the Fighters Guild to get help. And we have been assigned that task.
Greetings! Welcome to Lel's Quality Merchandise. We have a wide range of goods to suit your needs. Oh, and perhaps you saw the sign outside? A slight mistake, you know. Bit of bad luck there. So, what can I do for you?
Sign. Tell me about yourself.
I am Norbert Lels. How may I help you?
Well, I understand that you've been having some break-ins. The Fighters Guild has sent me to deal with it.
I've lost a great deal of merchandise over the last few months. I keep replacing it, but they keep stealing it. New locks on the doors be damned. They always come at night after I've gone to bed. Maybe a mage transports them inside. You can just stay in the shop overnight. Good luck. I'm going to wait at the flowing bowl until this mess is settled. I know I can trust you to keep the place safe.
Well, certainly. The blessings of the Nine be upon me. I would never betray them.
As I said, I'll need you to stop these thieves from breaking into my store. It only seems to happen at night. Take care.
All right. Night, huh? Pah. Wait, did something just fall through the shelf? I wasn't really paying attention. Well, in that time I definitely saw something. Okay. Wait, who's that? Why are you still in here?
I'm Mirabelle Monet. I run the Forecastle, a boarding house for sailors. Sorry, I reserved my beds for seamen.
Okay, what are you doing here in Norbert Lell's shop, then? Are you with the thieves?
He runs Lell's quality merchandise. Not a bad sort. You can usually find him in his store.
Yes, but the question is, why am I finding you in his store? Cyrodiil? What's the big deal about Cyrodiil?
Don't mind him. He's not right in the head. Poor fellow.
People like to say that about me. Geoffrey. I tend to kill them for that. Anyway, tell me about Anvil.
Watch yourself around the forecastle. Sailors despise landsmen and won't hesitate to treat them to a good beating when they're in their cups.
Like to see them try with me.
Goodbye.
Why is she in here? Taking the crumpled pieces of paper would be theft, really? Your last payment was 10% short. I've allowed your debts to accumulate too long. Pay the full debt by next Friday or I'll be forced to sell my wares elsewhere. I think that word right there is missing one of the O's. Boots of the eel? She's still here. Why aren't you back at your inn? Okay, what time is it? Not even noon yet.
How are you? I've been better. How about you? Not bad. Quillweave does a lot of traveling to research her books. She must have a lot of experience to share. She travels a lot to research her books. She's in great shape from all that travel. Maybe she'd teach me a bit about getting into shape. Good day.
Potatoes. Yeah, don't really feel like grabbing them. Hey, nice to know that they're there. Why are you in his shop? I can tell you why I'm in here. Okay, let's wait for a bit. Perhaps more than just a bit. What the? What are you doing in here? Is there anyone else? Well? Okay. 7:30-ish. I wonder when the thieves are going to come. Always at night, he said. Shops tend to close around 8, so it'll probably be sometime after that. Maybe 9 or 10. Useless junk in here. And in here. Books. A true orc, warrior, and servant of the Nine has no use for mere paper. Ha! Okay. Mace could use a bit of work. The armor, on the other hand, all looks just fine. I'm gonna have to decide what to do with this. So either fire damage or fire shield. Oh, and that magic spell. I need... Distance attacks aren't going to be very useful here in close quarters. Let's see. Let's go with this one. Fire and frost both have common resistances out there. But shock? Not all that commonly resisted. Stakeouts tend to be kind of boring. Oh, I have an idea. I really should use Berserk. I don't need this anymore. Probably. Okay. Yeah, I should use my Berserk ability. I haven't used it once yet. Almost 9 o'clock. Wonder when they show up. Wonder how many there are going to be. Yeah, I'm about as ready as I'm going to get. Okay. How long does Berserk actually last, now that I think about it? Hmm. 60 seconds. Okay. Do. Okay, seriously, why was Quillweave in here? Was she shopping? And that other woman, the owner of the Sailor's Inn, she was just hanging around in here for a while. Wonder if she has the hots for the guy who owns this place. Okay, those are mandrake roots. Man, the anticipation's the worst part. Come on, guys. Whoever you are, however many of you there are, let's go already. Oh.
I've caught mud crabs fiercer than you. Die. Die. Oh. I've fought mud crabs fiercer than you.
Die!
Oh, they barely scratched me. Unfortunate shopkeeper. I've taken care of the crooks breaking into Norbert Lell's store. I should speak with the shopkeeper himself. Stormed the... Oh, Nord. Okay. Yeah, good thing I didn't use Frost. Dranis and a Dark Elf. Good thing I didn't use Fire. Wow, I didn't expect to be proven quite so correct about all that. What happened to their weapons? Okay, there's one. Iron dagger, silver claymore. Ooh. It's heavy. Steel longsword. A steel longsword. Chainmail cuirass. Chainmail boots. Silver claymore. Wow, that's... Okay, I knew I'd be over encumbered, but still. That was pretty impressive. They hardly scratched me at all. How am I doing for HP, by the way? Oh, I have almost 200 HP. Wow, that's... Huh. The silver claymore, I'm going to sell that, but the steel longsword I'm keeping. Because because I really do need to start training up my blade skill.
Good evening.
Evening. Blessings of the night upon you. Where was that? Repair hammer. There it is. Used up the repair hammer, okay. I'm getting pretty decent at armoring. I need to get up to level 25, to rank 25 on that. This is where he said he was going to hang out while he waited for us, right? And hey, that woman who was hanging around in his shop, she's the owner of this place. I'm starting to see a connection here. Okay, and can I make a feather potion? That would really help right now. I can! Okay, venison. I have to remember venison makes for feather potions. And I think there was... I think I saw some venison in one of these things. Not there. Not there. Ahaha! Mutton. Okay. Let's make a second feather potion. Definitely going to need it. Okay. Let's loot that chainmail off of the thieves. Not very heavy, and decent coin. I ought to be able to find another chunk of venison somewhere. I believe this is where he said he was staying. Am I mistaken? Okay, I'm apparently mistaken, but then where is... Okay, I guess I can just follow the big red arrow on the compass.
Evening.
What's going on with you?
Rumor has it the Nerevarine has left Morrowind on an expedition to Akavir and has not been heard from since.
It seems that these are turbulent times in the land of the Dunmer.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. A mention of the Nerevarine.
Go ahead.
Okay, where is
How
he?
goes it?
What is it now?
Do
What?
you
The
want
Count's
something from me?
Arms is a very nice place for a meal. And Wilbur had...
So he's... Okay, where is this guy? Darn it.
Greetings, Imperial. And I will listen. What is it now? I don't know what's going on. About the
Do
attack
you
on the
want
J-
something
They
from me?
say syndicates of Crusader.
Oh, okay. It was this one. Right, now I remember. He said he was staying at this place, not the... Forecastle. There's the guy.
Were you able to take care of my problem with break-ins?
Well, I encountered a trio of thieves who broke in, and I slaughtered them, so I suspect that takes care of the problem.
You've gotten them? Wonderful. But their names are familiar to me. All of those men have worked for me. Amazing. I even trusted them to open up the shop in the mornings. I can't imagine what turned them to a life of crime. Sad. Well, here's your payment.
Sounds like just crimes of opportunity, you ask me. Tell me about Anvil?
Anvil's a port town. That's why you'll see items here you won't find in the Imperial City. The captains keep an eye out for special items for me.
The Imperial City's a port also, but I guess I see your point.
The Emperor and his 3 sons dead right under the noses of the Imperial Guard. It's a disgrace.
They were kind of overwhelmed, but you're not wrong.
Goodbye.
Evening.
Going back home now. Now that I've cleared the place out for him, he's heading back. Okay, let's go back to the guild and see what they have to say.
Greetings.
You're off duty now. Good. I'm hungry.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
What's going on with you?
I ran across a couple of mud crabs not long
Hi
ago.
there.
I don't know.
Everybody's talking about the front. After the attack on the chapel, people are inclined to believe almost anything.
So, I was thinking they were about to say, oh, everyone's talking about the hero Kvatch, and, you know, wanted to hear them, I wanted to bask in their praise, but, they weren't talking about me. That's a shame. Not like there's anything else worth talking about. All right. Let's see what Guildmaster Azan has to say.
This is a grand day. Greetings.
I've heard Cyrodiil is a powerful illusionist. No wonder she's the ranking mage here in Anvil.
From what I know, Cyrodiil is a powerful mage. I suppose she should be if she's gonna be in the Mages Guild. They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
You don't
Fine
say.
greetings to you.
Farewell.
This is on up here. No, he's not. My feather potion's about to wear off. Fortunately, I have another one, and I can make yet another one on top of that. Granted, I had to steal the dog's food to get another bit of venison, but Yeah. I need it more than the dog does. What's in here? He turns around as soon as I try to go stealth. That can't be a coincidence. Alright, where could a zombie be? Probably behind that locked door, if I haven't found him anywhere else yet.
How do you do?
Captain Dougal's rumored treasure has to be true. I wonder if the first Count of Anvil found it.
So
What time is it? 2:30.
You choose to share your
Farewell.
time with me? You humble me.
My dear lady, flattery will get you everywhere. Just, you know, be a
Good
bit
to
more
see you.
careful with it. Okay. Had a bit of a long day. Let's see, so that's going to be 5:48, 6:48, 7:48, 8:48. So the shops will be open. Particularly the armor shop.
How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Good. Good day.
Okay, so I want to sell that chainmail and the silver claymore. Rain. But I'm going to keep the steel longsword. And then I have to find a way to start improving it, my blade skill.
Good day.
Okay, what's his disposition right now?
Take your time.
80, huh? Can't get him any better either. Okay, so...
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Yeah, that's the best I can do with this guy, I'm pretty sure. Oh, they're not, perfect. Who cares?
That's more than I'd usually pay. You drive a hard bargain.
Okay. But yeah, I'm keeping the steel longsword.
A pleasure to serve you.
Actually,
only quality goods for sale here. What can I interest you in?
I could purchase a steel cuirass, but I know I can find them somewhere, so nah.
Good day.
I could steal his, but more trouble than it's worth, really.
Well met.
Silver battle. Oh, wow. Okay. So let's see. Oh, I forgot to use this on the armorer. Huh. Okay, let's see. What can I remove? Okay, so that one. Let's make number 1 the mace. And number 2 the sword. Number 3 the healing spell. And then number 4 the fire spell. Okay.
Spare a coin for the infirm?
Right then, let's talk to Azan, see if he has another contract for us. He ought to be up and about by now.
What's your story?
My story? I'm a faithful servant of the Nine. Persecuted for my faith.
What is it?
And now seeking to make a name for myself.
Please, join me.
What's going on with you?
I ran across a couple of mud crabs not long ago. Annoying creatures.
I avoid those things whenever I can. Horrible creatures.
Be seeing you.
Guess they have business.
A pleasure to speak with you.
How much longer until my next advancement?
I'm sorry. You're not yet ready for a promotion. Keep completing contracts and take care of any assigned duties.
But you can't tell me how many contracts until I get another promotion? Fine.
I don't have anything for anyone in your rank. Check with Burz Grokash in Cheydinhall. He might have something.
Oh yeah? Okay.
You too.
So I'm basically done here now. Okay, well then what next?
Well met.
Oh, I know what next. Answer to that's pretty obvious, really.
Well met.
Yes?
After all, why did I come to Anvil in the first place?
Ancient one require a champion, a divine crusader reborn. There are lore masters among you.
I wouldn't go in there unless you have a strong stomach. We have orders to leave everything just the way it was until the investigation into the chapel attack is finished.
Well, tell me more, please.
It's baffling. How anyone could have gotten in and out of there without being seen by our patrols is beyond me. Maybe that prophet is right. Some kind of unholy doom visited upon us.
Well,
goodbye.
Head so heavy with learning.
I am, after all, an orc. Strength, whether of stomach or force of arms, is something we are known for. Oh. Wow, look at all this. That's not... For once, they weren't kidding. I'll just take that key. Might come in handy. A rake? What does she need a rake for? Well, that's interesting. Almost looks like letters. Well, that's interesting. The fire specifically here, and this is, after all, the Temple of Dibella. And since it's been defiled, I can't pray at any of the altars. Well, there are some interesting sights in there, but I don't know what to make of most of it. Okay.
Wise he was! Pelinel the Blamer! Champion of men! And though dispersed, he left us a warning. Heed it! Who will walk the pilgrim's way, as did the questing knights of old? Pelinel Whitestrake once struck down the enemies of man and God. Who will now reclaim his relics and fight again for the true faith? The blood tide rises. That's all the interplay. Oh my! To what do I owe this honor? I am but a humble prophet. What business do you have with me?
I would wish to know about the Anvil Chapel attack.
This is only the beginning. Umaril has returned, as foretold by Pelinel Whitestrake in his dying breath.
Well, I am still new to the faith, so still a bit of a novice. Who is this Pelinel Whitestrake?
Does no one remember the old tales? Saint Pelinel, the divine crusader of legend, Alicia's companion when she overthrew the rule of the Ayleids 3,000 years ago. Pelinel, with the aid of the gods, fought the Ayleid sorcerer King Umaril and slew him. But Umaril's spirit survived, and he has now returned.
Can you tell me more about him? Who was he?
Umaril the Unfeathered, the sorcerer king of the Ayleids, who ruled over this land for long ages before the rise of men. He was cast down by Pelinel Whitestrake, but Umaril's spirit survived, and now he has returned to seek vengeance upon the gods.
The ruler of the heathen Ayleids, eh? Sounds like a worthy foe. Was it he who attacked the chapel?
Do you understand nothing? The blood speaks. I can read the ancient runes if you cannot. As uibala, umarale el nada rakuva. In the Ayleid tongue, by the eternal power of Umaril, the mortal gods shall be cast down. A curse upon Umaril's ancient foes, and a threat.
Then we must stop him. How do we do this?
Alas, Umaril cannot be stopped. Not without the aid of the gods, not without the Crusader's relics. Without a champion, the gods are powerless to act. But who among us is worthy to wield the divine Crusader's weaponry?
I am a true follower of the Nine. I will quest for the relics.
You would quest for the holy panoply of Pelinel Whitestrake? The legendary relics that have been sought by mighty warriors throughout the ages?
I would.
Are you a worthy knight?
What would you consider worthy? I suppose I could claim to be the hero of Kvatch, but far more important even than that, I am a true follower of the Nine.
Well then, hail, hero of Kvatch! Let me add one more voice to the never-ending chorus of praise. I'm sure one of your many devotees will be able to guide you on your way to find the Crusader's relics.
And what are they?
The weapons and armor of Pelinel Whitestrake, Alicia's comrade, granted to him by the 8 divines. He went alone into the White Gold Tower, challenged the Ayleid sorcerer King Umaril to single combat, and slew him. Alas, Umaril was not truly slain, but only cast beyond the bounds of Nirn. And now he has returned to wreak his vengeance upon the gods, as was prophesied by Pelinel himself with his dying breath. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril. But alas for Tamriel, the Crusader's relics have been lost for many an age. Who now can succeed in the quest for the relics, where the greatest knights of legend all failed?
You said 8, but aren't there 9?
Once there were 8 divines. Then Tiber Septim became Talos, and the 8 became 9. I followed the old way of honoring the 8 while also giving due to Talos, the one who ascended.
Well, that's news to me. Surely my understanding of the Nine has now expanded. I am grateful for the added context. But back to the quest for the relics.
Are you a worthy knight?
Well, I suppose I have much further to go.
A humble heart is a good starting point. The gods will decide if you are worthy to seek the relics.
How then can I find them?
The gods grant insight to those they deem worthy. Why and how they act is not predictable. What I can tell you is that, traditionally, knights who wished to quest for the relics would walk the pilgrim's way, travel to the wayshrines of the 9 divines, pray to each of the gods in turn, and ask their favor upon your quest. If the gods deem you worthy, you will be granted a sign. Go forth with the 9's blessings.
Okay. Wayshrines map. Ah, you've given me a map. My good priest, I appreciate it. Is there more about the pilgrimage I need to know, or is that the basis of it?
Walking the pilgrim's way is the traditional start of a holy quest. Follow the map I gave you, visit the wayshrines of the 9, pray, and wait for a sign.
Can we afford to spend the time on this, if Umaril is returning?
He was defeated, but not destroyed by Pelinel the Crusader. Now he has returned to seek vengeance against the gods. Only a true knight, wielding the holy relics of the divine Crusader, has a chance to defeat Umaril.
Then there is no choice. I must begin this pilgrimage. Goodbye, sir. I hope to come back with success on my lips.
May the 8 and 1 guide your steps.
And yours as well.
Hear me! Oh.
Map. Do I have it in here? Okay. If you wish to repent of your sins and rededicate your life to the gods, pray at the wayshrines of the 9. May the 9 hear your prayers and look upon you with tender love and kindness. Well, this is going to be quite the trek.
O people of Cyrodiil!
Okay, so there's one immediately to the north of the road here. About halfway back to Kvatch. Wow. And the next one beyond that would be to the northwest of Skingrad there. So it's like there, perhaps? And then another one. Oh, I can only have one at a time? Well then.
Cyrodiil! Pelinel Whitestrake once struck down the enemies of man and god.
Bad weather. Not the most auspicious occasion to start a quest. But it'll have to do, I suppose. However, that's going to be in the next episode. Because I am out of time for this episode. Let's just hang out inside here while we wait for the rain to stop. In the meantime, viewers...
Dead, right under the noses of the Imperial Guard. It's a disgrace.
Go on.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Islands.
Okay, that's
It
kind of
seems
distracting,
Somerset
all
Isle has
that
become a
chat.
much more dangerous place.
Farewell.
Anyway, viewers, thank you very much for watching Oblivion Remastered. In the next episode, we start on our quest to gain the relics of the Crusader and defeat Umaril. See you then.